Well, hello everybody. I hope you are having a fantastic Wednesday. If you're watching this on replay, because we keep this up live after it airs, we are live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern answering your cord cutting related questions. So feel free to join us every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube, as we try to give you all the information you need to break free from the high cost cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. So we're going to be answering your cord cutting questions for about the next hour or so. I do know it takes about a minute or two for YouTube to start sending out the notifications that we're live. So hang in here with me. I know some people who watch this on repeat are like, we don't really talk much for the first 5 minutes or so. It's because we're kind of waiting for everybody to get the notification, load in, come and join us. So I'm going to post this on social media real quick. If you are coming in, let me know where you're from. I'd love to hear that. And if you have any cord cutting related questions, leave in a comment on our YouTube channel. If you're watching us through like Facebook or Twitter where we share it, leave the comments over on our YouTube page, youtube.com/cordcarsnews. Leave it there in the video so that we can answer your cord cutting related questions there. That'll be a huge help. So let's dive into it. Oh, I gotta actually bring up it so I can actually see the chat. There we go. We'll come over here. Tyler, Mike, Johnny, Duff, Romer. I hope I said that right. Welcome. Great to have you all here. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. Just have to put this in one more spot in the Facebook group so everybody knows we're live, and then we'll dive into your questions. So a lot of news has happened this week, especially today. AT&T TV confirmed. I saw those comments who people doubted our reporting when we said AT&T TV would be coming. It's confirmed. We got the name right. Looks like we have the timing right too, because it will start rolling out in the third quarter, they said, and it will be rolled out nationwide by the end of 2019, which lines up perfectly with what we reported, that sometime in August we'll start with a few test markets. Maybe they'll delay it to September. You never know. It's AT&T, but that they want to be nationwide by the end of the fourth quarter 2019. So we're perfectly in line with what's been reported, with what we predicted and more. So keep that in mind. So Teresa, Kevin, Tom, Johnny, Edward, Mike, Adam, good to see you here, and more. So it's great to see everybody. Can't say hi to everyone that's coming in. Let's dive into the questions. Luke, do you think HBO Max will include live TV at the $16 or $17 price point? Not necessarily. I wouldn't expect it to include live cable networks at the $16 to $17 price point, because it's including some of the other content out there. I wouldn't be surprised though, because they talked about like the AT&T owned BR Sports Network being included with it. I wouldn't be surprised if some of that content would be included in for free as part of the $16 or $17 price point. Now, the $16 or $17 price point has not been confirmed. It's a rumor, has some good names backing it, but it's still a rumor, so keep that in mind. Luke, what is the best streaming service for college football and NFL sports? Well, I will share a guide we just posted today about the ultimate guide for cord cutting. Now, the best, or for cord cutters who are sports fans, I should say. But the best service for sports fans really depends on what your sport is and what team you are. For instance, if you're a college football fan, PlayStation Vue has the Big Ten network, but not the Pac-12 network. Sling TV has the Pac-12 network, but not the Big Ten network. So it does mean you have to do research, because it does depend on which one out there you want and which one you like. So keep that in mind. Luke, have you heard of Puffer? What do you think of it? So Puffer is a streaming service that's supposedly from Stanford that they're supposedly using for research. I have one issue with it though. Puffer is allowing people to watch locals from that market, even if you don't live in that market. That's something I've been traditionally told is not allowed. You're traditionally not allowed to air local channels outside of their demographics. I have not been able to get a hold of anybody that gives me some type of information regarding how they can legally do that. So I'm assuming Stanford has lawyers that look at this kind of stuff, but I haven't figured that out yet. Luke, I saw your YouTube video today regarding details for AT&T TV and its box. Is it it's definitely not a cord cutter service if the box isn't useful when the customers are done. Yeah, that's one of the things right now about the DirecTV Now beta box, which will be used for AT&T TV. If you're not a paying AT&T DirecTV Now customer, it doesn't work. And from my understanding, it'll probably be the same way with AT&T TV. If you stop paying for it, it just stops working, which would be annoying because you have to buy the box in order to use the service. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Luke, will Android Air TV work with HD Home Run? I don't see why you couldn't put an HD Home Run app on it, but the integration of the local channels into Sling TV on the Air TV Mini and the Air TV Player only works if you're using the Air TV network tuner. I've not heard of any workarounds to allow you to take the Air TV player and use an HD Home Run to stream your locals inside the Sling TV app. Of course, HD Home Run has the ability to support Android TV. You can install that app and use it through the Android TV there. When will YouTube TV be available for the Fire TV devices? They have said that sometime this year it'll be available. Now, does sometime this year mean August? Does sometime this year mean December? We do not know that. But sometime this year, YouTube TV will be on the Fire TV, Fire TV Stick, etc. So if you want to hold off, you say you're holding off to get a Roku because of this, that's great. I mean, there's other live TV streaming services. Otherwise, you can get a dirt cheap Roku for like $30, $50, somewhere in that range. So just keep that in mind. So when they stop supporting AT&T TV, I got this box that does nothing. That is a real risk. AT&T has shown a little bit of indecisiveness, I think I'll call it, the inability to commit. They're having relationship commitment issues with streaming services. So yeah, AT&T TV is a new live TV streaming service. We don't know a lot about it other than it's been confirmed today. Something we reported weeks ago, by the way. We broke that news. Don't forget. Sorry. A lot of people said we were crazy and we didn't understand and we were completely wrong about AT&T TV. Guess what? Everything we said seems to be right. So, I don't know. For now, I would say wait and see what we learn once they release it starting next month, according to reports. So when will what is your thoughts on Netflix, and do you think the company is restructuring? I think Netflix is perfectly fine. They're continuing to grow. One level quarter where they're just level isn't the end of the world. I find it really funny that Netflix overall grew, and Netflix is in trouble. They're shutting down. But like AT&T, who lost over 700,000 subscribers. They're losing something like 8,000 subscribers per day. They're fine. AT&T's fine. Netflix, they didn't grow as fast as we thought they were. They must be in horrible trouble. I don't buy into it. I get it. We're in a world of business out there that people want growth 24/7. I do understand that. But in the real world, that's just not realistic. Adam says, Luke, did you see that Pluto TV is adding more sports closer to the college football season? Yes, we posted about it over at CoreCarsNews.com. They added a 24/7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles company. They added a 24/7 Discovery show. I forget what it was. It was a Discovery show. And they added the ability to add what was it? 11 sports, that's what it was, to add even more sports. So Pluto TV, great option. If you're not using Pluto TV or Xumo or the Roku channel, you really should be using these services. Just so much great content. Everybody make sure to say hello to Jess today. See, you just popped up. With all these changes with AT&T and CBS blackout, would you stick with DirecTV Now? I mean, if you can get DirecTV Now with a local, or get CBS with a local and you like DirecTV Now, why not? If you've been unhappy with DirecTV Now, don't leave DirecTV Now, but take advantage of the other free trials out there to test out PlayStation Vue, Sling TV, Fubo, YouTube TV, etc. See if maybe you like them better. That's a great thing about cord cutting. No contracts. You could switch tomorrow. Luke, do you think that Disney Plus will offer dubbed programs just like Netflix? Could be, but I don't know that many. I mean, unless you're looking for non-English ones, I believe most of Disney's content is in English. So the vast majority of it will just be, I mean, it's Disney content for the vast majority. But it would be cool if you speak German or something to get the dubbed versions of the Disney programming in your native language. That would be great. All right, so if you ask a question and I didn't answer it, please re-ask it. I always get emails and comments from people like, hey, you didn't answer my question. And what often happens is I'm not trying not to answer your question, is I'm answering one person's question as all the comments fly by and I'm unable to answer the next question. So don't be afraid to re-ask your questions and we'll do our best to answer them. River Monsters was the other channel. Thank you, Jess. So River Monsters was the other one added to Pluto TV. So 24/7, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 11 Sports, and River Monsters. Will Disney Plus have a live stream? I'm not expecting it to have a live stream. I expect it to be all on demand. Bill says, look, I called Canada today and talked to Tableau. They say commercial skipping isn't working with newscasts. Yeah, if you read the initial warning, that's one of the things they listed, that local news in particular, probably because it varies so widely. It's a long story, but it varies wildly from market to market, and that their automatically commercial skipping is not perfect on that. But I have noticed it's been greatly improved since they first launched it. And they said that as we get more time, more people use the service, the better the AI software will get to improve the commercial skipping features there. Luke, what's the latest on Fox Sports Regional Sports Networks with Dish and Sling TV? So Dish and Sling did strike a deal to be able to have a temporary extension. How temporary, we do not know. Disney is pushing for an extended short-term contract that will allow Dish and Sinclair, who will soon own the regional Fox Sports networks, to renegotiate after Sinclair buys it. Dish wants a long-term contract that would settle this dispute now and would go well after Sinclair buys the regional sports networks. Now, which one will win out? We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, both sides have agreed to a temporary truce. What streaming service do I recommend? I have pretty much every live TV streaming service and a ton of on-demand ones. I say they're all great. Get the one that offers the content you want. Howard says, I've had issues with the PlayStation View and buffering on the Apple TV watching the Cubs game today. Did anyone else have this issue? Yeah, PlayStation View seems to have suddenly developed a buffering issue, a stuttering issue in particular, especially on the Fire TV and Android TV, though I'm starting to hear reports of it on the Apple TV. It is an issue that at least Sony chat agents have said they are investigating right now. But it seems to be related to an update that rolled out this week to PlayStation View. Any idea when the Hulu Grid Guide will be coming to Roku? Hulu has said in the next few months they will be rolling out the Grid Guide that's currently available on their website to streaming players. That could mean Roku could get it tomorrow or Roku could get it in a few months. We just don't know. Is Roku rolling out 9.1? Yes, most Roku devices now have 9.1, and many Roku TVs, I believe, are getting it now too. Kyle, playing Xbox One is a perfectly reasonable reason to come in a little bit late. I fully understand. Luke, have you heard anything on Amazon's internet service? So Amazon still intends to launch satellites into space to offer high-speed internet. This is very different than current generation's high-speed internet from space. Current generation high-speed internet sits in high Earth orbit, and it's like one satellite in fixed orbit. This would be a network of very small satellites, very close to the ground, relatively speaking. Amazon has asked the FCC for approval to start launching these, and we're waiting for the FCC to approve it or not. Now, SpaceX is doing the same thing. They already have FCC approval, and they've already started to launch their network. Matthew says, hey, Luke, how are you doing today? Really great. It's an absolutely stunningly beautiful day in Texas. The weather's great. Cord cutting's doing great, according to AT&T, apparently. Did you guys see that cable company in Montana announced that they're shutting down, citing cord cutting as one of the main reasons that they decided to, after 60 years, to cease operations? So So I'd love to know what you think of that. When is Apple TV Plus coming out? We do not know. Sometime this fall. What's new about Amazon Prime Day? Is it over? Yes, Amazon Prime Day ended last week and it is over. Black Friday will be here before we know it. It's kind of scary to think we're only a few months away. So what's the new update for the WWE Network that I heard is coming? Yeah, so the WWE Network has started to announce. We've heard rumors for a while that the WWE Network will be having a massive overhaul with a new app and maybe some new tiers and new plans. But just posted a link in the show notes there. You can click on that. But they have started warning customers that when the app updates soon, you will need to re-log in. So sounds like that update is very imminent. I think I just mispronounced that. Whatever. It's coming soon. I've had a very long day. I started work at 6 a.m. Now it's like 8 p.m. Eastern. I am ready for bed. Earnings season is always a very busy one, especially with AT&T. All kinds of news. 2 videos recorded today. And one of the office computers just decided to fry. So we had to replace one of our office computers today. So it's been a very busy day today. But we're here. We're answering your cord cut related questions. We're not going anywhere. If you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. Helps us a lot because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we're doing. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Do I think HBO Max will be a success? I think HBO Max has the opportunity to be a success. I think HBO Max is facing strong headwinds. We'll have to wait and see a little bit more. AT&T has announced in October that they'll be releasing more details about HBO Max. And at that point, I think we can really decide if it's successful or not. Any idea if AT&T Watch TV will also be changing with AT&T's new service? We don't know. What we do know is AT&T has said absolutely nothing about Watch TV during their earnings calls. It wasn't in the press reports. It was nowhere. No AT&T Watch TV news. They didn't talk about during the phone call. Nothing. They did say HBO Max will have a bundle option with wireless plans from AT&T, similar to what AT&T Watch TV is. Maybe we'll see. But what we'll have to wait and see is what happens next with that. So we're just going to have to get more information. So, yeah. Do I expect a price increase from PlayStation Vue if they are able to keep the NFL Network? Yes, so PlayStation Vue is renegotiating for the NFL Network. That's due sometime this month, so sometime in the next week or so. But I would be very surprised if they raise the price again. If AT&T or PlayStation Vue, raises the price, that may be a very much of a death nail in PlayStation Vue. 2 price hikes in 2 months would probably, I think, push a lot of people away from it. Luke, do you know if the HD Home Run is going to fix the latest update because the unit keeps glitching? Probably. They'll probably update it. I would send them a message and let them know what glitching experiences you are having. Yeah, I find it very unlikely that PlayStation Vue will raise their price this month or next month. Now, I mean, the reality is no live TV service, no service period will forever keep the same price. Just keep that in mind. Does AT&T even know what they're doing? That's a good question. What does everybody here think? Is AT&T real? Are they crazy like a fox with their plan to get rid of the low profit customers? Or are they crazy as in just crazy and we can't make heads or tails of what they're doing? Should I do a PlayStation Vue update if I'm not having buffering? Well, you may not have a way to avoid it because it should auto-update in most streaming players. But if you can avoid it, I'll just wait. Luke, can you explain the Sling TV Film Rise edition? So yeah, Sling TV added over 300 movies and TV shows episodes from Film Rise's catalog, including things like 30 Rock and those kind of TV programs. It's available if you are a Sling TV subscriber as a channel there with on-demand content. It's also available if you're not a Sling TV subscriber on Roku. Sling TV actually has a bunch of free content now sitting in their app, even if you're not a subscriber. It's currently only on Roku. You just have the app, you log in, and you select View as a guest. And there you'll be able to access the huge catalog of free content from Sling TV. You'll also be able to subscribe to movies and TV shows, or subscribe to standalone services through their like Curiosity Stream. But I hope that answers your question. Luke, what has more storage built into a Toshiba Fire TV or a Fire TV 4K stick? That's a good question. I am not sure. And I don't think it really matters all that much unless you're installing like video games. The Fire TV Stick 4K has plenty of storage to stream Netflix, Hulu, etc. Am I a WWE fan? Did I happen to see the Raw reunion? You know, I have watched a lot of WWE, especially when I was younger. I honestly, I just don't watch a lot of TV anymore, so I really haven't seen the WWE in years. I do have a friend that often posts stuff about the WWE, so I often see the clips and the news stories, but that's about it. Unfortunately, with Core Cars News, having kids, life, golf, football, all that fun stuff there, sometimes you get very busy. I just haven't had the time. Any news in the YouTube TV app for the Fire TV? Sometime this year, if we learn a date, we'll post about it over at corecarsnews.com, but the official line is sometime this year. Besides Channel Master, are there any companies out there that has a DVR without paying a monthly fee? Did people like for people like us? So Tableau you can use without a monthly fee. Now you cannot have automatic scheduled recordings. You need to manually do it. I think the guide's only 24 hours. There's certain limitations. Channel Master is an option. If you have a Fire TV, though, you can get a Fire TV Recast DVR. Now, they're a little bit expensive up front, but you can get a Fire TV Recast DVR, so keep that in mind. You can also, I'm just thinking real quick, I'm trying to think of another DVR option that's 100% free that's very easy to use. Channel Master, the Fire TV Recast. And honestly, though, for the price of a Fire TV Recast, if you get a Tableau DVR on sale, if you get the Tableau DVR Lite, you'll have to buy an external hard drive, but you can get a lifetime subscription if it's on sale for about the price of a Recast if you don't have Fire TVs, because the Fire TV Recast really only works on Fire TVs and mobile devices like Android phones and tablets, iOS, etc. Hi Luke, where is the IMDb TV content in the Prime Video app on the Apple TV? You can find it inside the Amazon Channels section. You can also find it if you keep scrolling down. Eventually, it will pop up as a roll on the Amazon Prime Video app. So let me send you a link. IMDb TV Roku. Okay. There is a little short guide and here, how to watch IMDb TV on Roku and the Apple TV. I just sent you a link. Follow the steps there to be able to watch it. Luke, did I watch Stranger Things Season 3 yet? No, I have not, and I haven't heard of, or I have not seen Stranger Things Season 4 yet, or heard of the release date for it yet. My wife is watching it. I've just been too busy. Will AT&T require a set-top box, or is it for DirecTV customers? AT&T TV will require a specific set-top box according to reports. So keep that in mind. A Plex Turner will create a free DVR. Plex Turner doesn't mean you have to buy a media server somehow. And unless you're slightly technically inclined, a little bit more than slightly technically inclined, it will... Plex DVRs are a bit finicky to set up. So just keep that in mind. All right. I'm going to the Iowa State Fair for about 2 weeks. Are you taking your family to the Texas State Fair? We went not last year, but I think like the year before. If our schedule works out, we probably will be going to the State Fair. We got some things planned this fall that may kind of line up a little bit with it. So we'll have to wait and see how my schedule goes. But the Texas State Fair was a ton of fun when we went. Really enjoyed it. We'll definitely love to go back. Do you think AT&T TV will be contract? We don't know that. That's one of the outstanding questions. I'm sure AT&T would love AT&T TV to be a contract service because they're really pushing this as a streaming version of DirecTV, which kind of makes you think that very well could be a contract service, but we just don't know right now. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll probably find out sometime next month more about AT&T TV. All right. I have a Roku TV. Will they merge the set-top box as an app to replace the current app? I don't know if I fully understand your question. Merge what app? Now, Roku TVs and Roku players are basically the same thing. The main difference is Roku TVs, of course, have like inputs for HDMI ports and your antenna, etc. So can you, if that didn't answer your question, let me know. I don't expect to see like USB tuners coming to the Roku players. I would expect that antenna usage will stick as a Roku TV exclusive. Of course, you can use things like, a HD Home Run or Tableau DVR, etc., to watch your antenna on a Roku Ultra, Roku Stick, etc. Thomas, I must have missed your question because I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. What is Stranger Things on? It streams on Netflix. It's a fairly popular show. It's from what I've seen of it, it's very good. Highly recommend it. I actually am just finishing the final episode of Last Chance U. I will say this season of Last Chance U was very impressive. I really enjoyed it. Still not as good as the first season of Last Chance U, but I would say this is probably my second favorite season of Last Chance U. What's my thoughts on smart speakers and smart displays? I absolutely love them. I love the ability to ask my Echo to tell me the weather or play some music or play a local radio station. So 2 thumbs up to them. I really like it. We do have a smart display in the kitchen and Echo Show. I love the fact that it's like a little mini TV and that I can use it to watch TV as we're cooking or whatever, and I can change channels with Hulu or Amazon Prime Video content without needing to take my dirty hands and wash them and then get the remote to change something. So I really do enjoy it. I need to get the NFL Sunday Ticket or NFL Network streamed. Which services do that? There are several. Sling TV, PlayStation View, Fubo has it. But I'm actually going to send you, I just posted in the show notes a link to our ultimate guide for sports fans on how to watch NFL, NBA, etc. Right there, you're going to find a full breakdown of some of the most popular sports and the channels and which ones they're on to help you kind of find your sports. So NFL Network is on several different things out there to make it very easy. I would like to see Roku come out with a DVR. Richard, it's funny because the creator of Roku, the CEO, Anthony Wood, is actually the creator of the DVR. He's the inventor of the modern DVR. He sold it to Replay a while back. He certainly has the knowledge to make a DVR, but he's been rather clear, Roku, I should say, has been rather clear that they have no interest in creating a DVR. So I would say it probably won't happen. All right, here's a great one. Good evening, sir. I'm officially a cord cutter. I'm saving over 50% off my cable bill. Combine 2 different services, Philo and PlayStation View, I'm getting all the channels I need. That's absolutely great. I love to hear that you're getting everything you need, you're saving money, and you're loving it. So welcome to the cord cutting family. Hey Luke, apparently my Fire TV remote stopped working all of a sudden. Did some troubleshooting, talked to Amazon support. They're sending me a replacement Friday. Have you ever had trouble with remotes? I have not had trouble with remotes I have over probably 100 streaming players, to be honest with you. And in all those years, only one of them have ever stopped working, and that was the Roku stick that I use when I travel. And I'm pretty sure one of those times I threw it in my bag or I dropped it, that's the reason it stopped working. I find most streaming players, Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, etc., are extremely reliable. So, I've not had that, but Amazon is known for the customer service, so it's great to see that they're sending you a link there. Or they're sending you a replacement, I should say. Excuse me. Reading and talking don't always work well for me. Luke, I love PlayStation View, but I hate the interface. Do you think that would change? Could be, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not completely sure, to be honest with you. Luke, I appreciate all your help. Thank you. I appreciate your support. You being here, watching these videos without ad blockers, visiting the website. That's huge. So thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Will Xfinity ever come out with an app on the Apple TV? They're on Roku, so very well could be. Love to see it happen. Excuse me. As I said, I started work at 6 a.m. today. It has been a long, long week. So keep those questions coming in. We're going to do our best to answer them. I'm going to quickly play like a 30-second ad. If you see the ad, just hang in there for 15, 30 seconds. It pays the bill, so Jess and I and everybody else that works here can get a paycheck. So hang in here with me real quick. For everybody who does not see the ad, which I don't understand how YouTube decides who sees it and who doesn't, we do have an Android, iOS, and Amazon Fire tablet app. This app actually has less ads than the mobile version of the website. Has a bunch of cool features. Check out the show notes down below, and check out if you want to test out our free app on iOS, Android, and Amazon Fire tablets. Luke, okay, here's the first question back. Welcome back, everybody. TC says, Luke, I signed up for the Sling TV bundle of for $20 to get all the add-ons. Do people know whether this offer is permanent or some kind of temporary offer? It's not listed as a temporary offer. Of course, all these offers are subject to change and could end at any time. But from my understanding, it probably won't be ending anytime soon. But if you want it, I wouldn't necessarily wait either. I do need a cup of coffee. Unfortunately, there's only water in this. I'm actually going to go to bed after this. I'm going to crawl in bed, going to watch some TV, and I'm going to try to sleep. I have sent a message in. Our team is looking into getting larger, like 3X, 4X, 5X shirts for the store. But I have not heard back on that. And I've honestly been a little swamped, so I'll try to take a look at that this week. Have I reviewed Fight TV? We have mentioned it a few times. It's a decent service. If it's the one I'm thinking about, the combat sports service. Where can I get a coffee mug? I need one in my life. In the show notes down below, the second link down is a link to buy a Core Cars News coffee mug just like this one. It is $10.99 plus shipping. Yep, it's a great day. Great to see so many people here. I see a lot of new faces. We post CoreCon related videos every single day. We do weekly live CoreCon Q&As, daily core cutting news updates, and more. So if you're new here, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. We have over 81,000 subscribers. That is absolutely mind-boggling to me. We're well on our way to 82,000. So help us push over the hill there. Help us get 82,000. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have 100,000. So we'll see. Howard says, I tried the Zone. It's a pretty cool, which is a sports streaming app. If everybody's not familiar with it. I saw an old episode of This Week in Baseball on it. Lots of boxing on it. And really a boxing fan. Not really a boxing fan. Yeah, the Zone around the world has things like NFL content in like Europe and in Canada. In the United States, it's a lot about boxing and different things. They've definitely been working at trying to expand their lineup, but DAZN is a great service. There are 2 film rights channels on Roku. What's the difference? I believe they have slightly different focus. At least they used to. It used to be like a sci-fi one and then one for something else. So check that out. Did DirecTV Now lose NBC? In some markets, in Nexstar-owned markets, yes, DirecTV Now lost, or DirecTV and DirecTV Now both lost NBC if it's a Nexstar-owned one. Would like to see Xumo TV come to the Apple TV. I thought it did. Maybe I'm confused that Xumo TV, Apple TV. I'm pretty sure we posted about this. All right. No, it's not. I apologize. I was thinking of the Fire TV. Xumo TV's on the Fire TV now. But yeah, I would love to see Zumo TV come to the Apple TV. Barry asks, have I been seeing stuttering on the new Plex server since the last update? I have not, but I don't really use Plex a lot for a media server. I actually, quite a few years ago, I took time to digitalize a bunch of old family VHS tapes, and I created a Plex server so that anyone who wants to can watch the old family videos. That's about all we use it for. Yes, the very last season of Orange is the New Black comes out on Friday. Don't forget, 2 days until the last season of Orange is the New Black. I just want more Last Chance U. 8 episodes is not enough Last Chance U. That needs to be like a 20-episode series. All DirecTV Now customers have lost CBS. Unfortunately, if you live in a market where like Fox or ABC or NBC is a Nexstar-owned one, you've lost both of those. Apparently, according to AT&T, today during their earnings call, AT&T CEO said Nexstar asked for a 100% increase in the fees that AT&T would pay Nexstar. Currently, if I understood it correctly, Nexstar is asking for a 50% increase in the fees AT&T pays Nexstar. Pretty significant jump in fees there. AT&T says made it sound like they are far from getting a deal done with Nexstar. Matthew says, Luke, thank you for everything you do. My personal cord cutting setup is PlayStation View, Philo, Netflix, DAZN, and ESPN Plus. I couldn't be happier. That's absolutely great. Definitely, though, consider rotating some of those services. You know, if DAZN doesn't have anything right now you like, maybe rotate it. If ESPN, you're getting it for football season, maybe consider to rotate it. But I do like ESPN Plus. I've been very happy with it. I really like the originals. I really like the content it offers. All right, if I haven't answered your question, re-ask it. I'll do my best to answer it. But I need, do me a favor, just keep re-asking it because there's so many questions out there, trying to stay on top of them all. All right, FilmRise, the multiple apps just says, look, after looking at them, just appear to be different categories. FilmRise used to have a long list of ones. It'd be like a sci-fi and a documentary, etc. I think they've been combining them into fewer and fewer apps to make it a little bit easier. DirecTV only lost CBS-owned locals. DirecTV Now lost all CBS locals. It has to do with the fact that DirecTV's Now's contract for CBS locals went through CBS as an intermediary. Corley, I hope I said that right. Happy that you commented on the video. Thank you for your support. All right, keep the questions coming. I'm gonna do my best to answer them. Comment Beast TV. I don't know anything about it. My recommendation is if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. Just keep that in mind. But I don't know anything about that particular service, but that's just my default warning about those. Anything that people say, this sounds too good to be true, it very well could be. Matthew, you have a great night. Thanks for joining us. I do understand getting up super early. It's been that kind of week for me also. All right, keep the questions coming. Here's a question for everybody. What are you watching right now? Are you watching anything in particular? Like I said, I've been plowing through Last Chance U. Absolutely fascinated. If you're a football fan, definitely check out Last Chance U. Which streaming service carries Viacom channels? You know, we have a great guide here I'm going to share you that breaks down all the live TV streaming services and what channels they carry. Highly recommend you check that out. What's the name of the app that shows local stations in my market on Roku? If you happen to live in one of the markets that has Locast, you're probably talking about Locast. Luke, do you think that once cord cutters run cable out, they will start raising their prices like cable did? Problem is there's competition. The thing that cable could do to raise the prices, they really didn't have competition. You had a satellite option, you had cable, and then maybe you had like AT&T TV. One of those streaming over from the cable, Prism TV from CenturyLink, etc. The problem with that is there's really no competition there. Now with cable, you have 8, 9, 10 services competing against each other. That means they're not going to be able to raise prices with impunity like they could with cable. Because the reality is, if you raise the price, guess what? I'm going somewhere else. And let's be honest, the vast majority of cord cutters do not pay for a live TV streaming service. They just go on demand only, or they use an antenna. So just keep in mind, the world has changed. It's really probably not going back to the way it used to be. What's my thoughts on cord shaving instead of cord cutting? 9 times out of 10, when people really look at it, cord cutting is cheaper and better. But if you want to gradually step yourself down from full cable subscriber to a cord cutter, cord shaving is a great option. Adam says they should have an all SpongeBob channel on Pluto TV. I think they did for a very short amount of time. A lot of those channels get rotated, where they'll do a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle for a few months, and then they'll do a Turtles one for a few months or something. So I'm sure it will pop up. Are these price increases justified with streaming services? Yes, at some point you have to raise your price. The idea that you will forever keep your price low, from talking to people in the industry, what I have been told is when you start a new live TV streaming service, they give you like a prorated, cheaper cost per channel when it first launches. So the first year you'll pay less, and the second year you pay more, and the third year you'll pay more. And they do that for a new TV service to build up its clientele to pay it. Well, that does mean that in the third year, hey, they're paying more than they did in the first year for the channels, which will probably result in a price hike. So just keep that in mind. Luke, for fixed income people, what streaming services do you recommend? It really depends on what you like, Christopher. There's really nothing wrong. But I would highly recommend that you check out like the free services. There are so many free services out there that are ad supported, like Pluto and Roku channel and Tubi and Crackle and Zumo TV and more that I just can't recommend them enough. I'm just going to share a link to Jess's top 5 free streaming services on Roku. Many of these are on other devices, and they're only a fraction of all the streaming services out there right now. So I would highly recommend that you check these out, because free is a lot better than paying, especially when you're on fixed income. Do you know where I can buy these companies? Howard, I don't know if I fully understand your question. Luke, will Disney Plus carry live ESPN and Disney Channel? No, it probably won't carry live. It's an on-demand service is how they're promoting it. Any news about Decades launching in Austin, Texas? Nope, nothing new been announced there. It has NFL Red Zone, and NHL hockey is my priority. How can I watch it? Well, we got you covered. Here is our ultimate guide to how to watch sports. It includes guides on how to watch NFL Red Zone and how to watch NHL hockey. I bought a Roku 55-inch series TV during Prime Day. Can't wait to set it up. I think you're gonna be very happy. I've been very happy with my 6 series and my 5 series I have. I have a 5 series small TV in the bedroom, 6 series in the living room. Highly recommended. The TV show Three's Company. Three's Company, I don't know of anywhere it's streaming for free. Maybe somebody knows that. Legal options only, please. But I do believe you could buy season passes of it on like Amazon or iTunes or Vudu, etc. So check those places. Do you know anything about the new digital tuner for the Xbox One? Nothing new. I mean, they've had digital tuners for the Xbox One for a while now, so nothing really new there. Cord shaving, Jason says, is using an alternative device to stream cable. Yes and no. There's many forms of cord shaving. Some people do it by trying to use like a Roku through the Spectrum app. Other people do it by maybe downgrading their package. Maybe they were at like a 200 channel package and they downgraded to a much smaller package. So keep that in mind. How to watch IMDb TV on Roku. If you go into the Roku channel, or excuse me, the Roku Amazon channel, you will be able to keep scrolling in the channel section. You'll find an IMDb tab, or if you keep scrolling down, there will be a row of IMDb content. Now, I just put in the show notes a link to a story that shows you how to get IMDb on Roku. So keep that in mind. Apparently, Three's Company does play in the local channel on Pluto TV. Of course, though, there it may not be every episode available. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Will Comcast ever allow Xfinity streaming app on Apple TV? It sure could. It has a Roku app. It sure could in the future. Will they? I don't know. It's all speculative right now. All right, about 5 more minutes for questions. Get your questions in now. 5 more minutes for questions. All right. Is the market for cord cutting expanding, or is this all we're going to get for now? It's expanding leaps and bounds. New streaming services are launching. AT&T just reported they lost over 700,000 subscribers in just 3 months. AT&T is losing over 8,000 people every single day from its TV services. Cord cutting is just getting started. We're just at the maybe start of what cord cutting will become. How do I get our app? In the show notes down below, I have a link to a post about our apps. In there, you'll find links like Google Play, iTunes, and more to install it on Android, iOS, and Amazon Fire tablets. So if you want to install our mobile app, down in the show notes, you're going to find a link there. Bill says the logo channel has a Three's Company. Okay, on Pluto TV. Thank you, Howard. Thank you so much, Catherine. I hope I say that. I'm glad that low-cast tip helped you. Hopefully we can help you with some stuff in the future. What are the thoughts on the newest streaming services that are launching? We'll have to wait and see. Of all the ones that are launching, I think Disney Plus is the one that will have the most success off the bat. People just seem really excited about it. I have to learn more about HBO Max. I have to learn more about NBC's streaming service before I really comment on it. Luke, do you think any of the major streaming services won't make it to the end of 2019? Definitely could happen. I think most of the major ones are perfectly safe. Some of the mid-sized ones and smaller ones definitely could face trouble and could be shut down at some point. I do expect that one or more live TV streaming services in the next year or two will fail. There's just too many live TV streaming services, more are coming. So I think it is very reasonable to think that at some point, one of the smaller live TV streaming services may just say, hey, never mind. We're walking away. Oh, Bill, I apologize. He says logo channel is not on Pluto TV. It's on Philo. I misread that. All right, everybody. I think we're going to wrap this up. I've had a very long day. Comcast earnings report is coming out tomorrow, so keep an eye on that. And go from there. One last question. Which music service I use? Amazon Prime's music right now is what I use. They're unlimited whatever. Really, really enjoy it. Really like it. Best Roku TV, 55-inch or 65-inch? I think both are great. You're going to be very happy with both. Get whatever you can afford and whichever one you want. And whichever one fits the space you have. Is using a USB tuner possible on a Roku Fire Stick? Not that I'm aware of. So that's it, everybody. I know we're going to cut this a few minutes early. I am unbelievably tired. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Check back tomorrow for more cord cutting news, tips, and tricks. Check back for the podcast. We're going to be doing some cool new things with the podcast. I hope you have a fantastic night. Thank you for your support. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. Helps us a lot. I'm going to quickly play a 30-second ad. Hopefully you'll see it because it helps pay the bills. Hang in there for 30 seconds. It's a huge help. For everybody still here, when is VidGo coming? They say in the next few weeks, VidGo will be launching its English packages. All right, so thank you again for everybody for your support. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you have a fantastic week. Check back tomorrow for more core cutting news, tips, tricks, and reviews. And thank you. I can't believe it. We have 81,000, almost 82,000 subscribers now. So thank you. So I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Have a great night. Be safe. We will see you very soon. And I really do appreciate your support. Couldn't do this without you. So take care, everybody.